What is up, my friends? On my blog, season 3, go check out my ending explained. I did a video for it yesterday. Go check that out before you come here. And if you haven't watched the show, go watch the show, then watch my video. But if you watch the show, go watch my video right now. We talk about the ending and all of that, but this video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about what's coming next and some of the questions that were left unanswered and what could possibly be going on with them. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get to it. And if this video gets 100 likes like the last video did, I will be doing a theory plot video about what I think is going to be happening in season 4. For now, this is the video where we're going to address all the unanswered questions and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. So these were pulled basically from things that I thought about and also things that y'all were commenting on the last video about that the show didn't address in the finale, which was an explosive finale, of course, and I want to address them. But first, if you want a quick recap, basically the kids were supposed to find little Ricky. The head of the Santos Cuchillos, Stacy, was like, you need to find him or I'm going to kill you and your family, yada yada. They got another gang to kill her, and then by the end of it, however, they separated. Monse went to a boarding school, and then 2 years passed and we saw that all the friends were split up except Jasmine and Ruby. They became a couple. Jamal went on to the football team. Monse was shown being with her new friends at the boarding school. Spooky is shown to have a new life where he's out of the gang. He got fucking hair, and now he has a child on the way with his wife. And we saw the ending was Caesar becoming sort of the leader of the Santos now. And that was pretty much the end, which many people found very, very depressing, of course. So I found some quotes that the cast talked about. So Ruby talked a little bit about what he thinks would be next for Caesar. And he basically said, and I quote, Oscar was Caesar when he was Caesar's age, and then he grew up and understood what it really meant to have a life. So then Caesar did that whole aspect where he was like the little innocent thing and turns into Spooky, and now hopefully he'll learn, and I think that's how it evolves. So pretty much we're like, if you think about it, it makes sense what he's saying, that now Oscar has gone pretty much grown out of this, but Caesar was still at that age when probably Oscar came into power, and basically he doesn't realize the bigger picture of it all because he's just been involved with the gang this whole time, and we see how much Caesar was defending the gang at times during the season, so it just makes sense why he eventually turned into the leader. I didn't realize it until I was reading people's comments and then mentioning that, and then me going back to the season and seeing those little tidbits that show that Caesar is still very much affiliated with it. Diego Tinoco, who plays Caesar, also went on to say, and I quote, it was heartbreaking to see the ending. And then he says that he trusts the writers and the story isn't over yet. So yes, my friends, we are getting season 4. So just like life, he says, I mean, he's dealt with so much traumatic stuff. He's talking about Caesar here. Going on in his life, so much trauma that you're going to have a little bit of a crash. And I think the final nail in the coffin for Caesar was Monse leaving for boarding school and him not being able to see her anymore was pretty much the end of it all. And as many of you pointed out, and I myself forgot to mention in my video, he has a tattoo of a broken heart. So we're pretty sure that that pretty much was a big blow to him. And hopefully we can see him come back. But I'll be talking more about that in my theory video coming tomorrow, most likely. But for now, the unanswered questions, my friend, I wrote a couple down. There might be more, so if you have some more, leave them down below and I'll try to see if I can make another video, part 2 of this. But as I said in my ending explained, where the hell was Cheeto? We wanted to see Cheeto. I enjoyed him in the first season. I loved him in the second one. And now we want to see more. So Cheeto, I was expecting to see him, especially if we're having a series like on my block where Lil Ricky is the main focus, and season 3 was very, very much focused on Lil Ricky. So we do know that Chibo pretty much has a lot to do with Lil Ricky, so that's why I was expecting to see him. He did get mentioned a couple times here and there, but we didn't really get to see him or Juanita or the rest of the known gang, as I said. So why the absence? What if Chibo really was on vacation? I'm just kidding. So I think Chibo definitely was absent during this whole series because it was such a short series and they were squeezing in a lot of things. I think that they definitely could have used a little bit more, 2 episodes to really flesh it out more, but Chivo being absent was definitely a letdown in my opinion because I just enjoy his moments with Jamal and I would have loved to see a little bit more. He was just funny in whatever he was, even if he was a voice in this season. But I think we're going to be definitely seeing Chivo come season 4, and that brings me to my next question of where is Lil Ricky, and that is the biggest question and mystery of the whole series. I was kind of thinking I don't think they're gonna show Lil Ricky because he is the biggest part of the show. I would say, not saying he is the most important part of the show, but he definitely is the underlining of the show because both, well, all 3 seasons now have revolved around Lil Ricky because he pretty much was the founder of the Santos, which is the gang that we're pretty much focused on. And then he was behind the Roller World money, which was the big part of season 1 and 2. And now being part of season 3, he is that main focus of the whole season, honestly. So I think that they were going to save that mystery, and it looks like they definitely are. It's going to be interesting to see exactly where Lil Ricky is, and what if he's right under our noses this whole time. And that brings me to the next question: is Caesar and Spooky's dad? What's next? Now, there's theories floating around there that Ray is actually Lil Ricky, but I don't think so. I don't think that he is Lil Ricky, because Spooky even mentions the fact that Ray was somebody who Cuchillos know personally as well back in the day, and had him take a fall, which was the reason he was in prison. And I think that Cuchillos, knowing who Ray is, wouldn't be like, wait, that's Lil Ricky actually. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense for him to be Lil Ricky. I think Lil Ricky is a completely different person that we haven't met, or maybe we have, and maybe we met him in season 1, and it's gonna be like a big flashback and big twist and all that bullshit. But what are your thoughts? Who do you think Lil Ricky is, and will we see him in the next season? I think that it won't be showing who Lil Ricky is until the show wraps up, because that is like the biggest mystery in the show. So we're gonna have to wait on that one. Although I will say that Ray does look like Lil Ricky when they show old pictures, and I was really thinking Lil Ricky was Ray when they were showing the trailer and they showed the dad, especially in the last episode. I thought that was him when he showed up there, because they were just talking about Lil Ricky, and then it cuts to that. Hey, maybe it is him, but we'll see. I don't think so, though. I think Ray is his own person, and I think he's going to have a bigger involvement come season 4. More on that in my theory video tomorrow. The other question also I have is the 19th gang. What happened with them? We saw that they weren't very much trustworthy, I would say, when the show ended, as Caesar pointed out as well. That could be a reason why Caesar was like, I'm going to be the leader now if Spooky's going to step down, because he has this loyalty affiliation with the gang, and maybe he's trying to start something to take back what they had given the 19th gang when Spooky did it. That may be a reason for Caesar joining the gang, but that's in my theory video tomorrow. All of that as well with Cuchillos' death. I do wonder what happened with the Santos, who became the new leader of sorts, and what does that mean for the gang as well, and would they ever find out that they were also involved, I'm talking about the kids, with the whole Cuchillos thing, all of that, whoever became the new leader of the Santos, because somebody like Cuchillos being taken out so easily, I don't think so. There's repercussions that come with things like that, and I think we'll be seeing that coming up the next season, especially with Caesar being so involved with the Santos now. And the last question, which is one that I don't actually have an answer for, but it's a question that maybe somebody might have an answer for if you think, what happened to Monse's mom? So I thought that her death was very much brushed too quickly, but that's with the case of it being 8 episodes. I don't think they were going to be having enough time to really tell us exactly what happened, all of that, especially after Monse pretty much is in that feeling of I don't care about her and all of this. I think the clue definitely will be in that book that she wrote for Monse, which will be coming back, I believe, once the next season does get announced as well. And I think all of that will be written in there. I don't think that the story for that is going to end how it ended. I think we still got a little bit more digging to do, and some more stuff that will be uncovered from that past that will definitely affect Monse in the future. So those are just some of the questions I had and some of my thoughts on them. I will be making my theory video tomorrow, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you know when that drops, where I'll tell you what I think is going to happen in season 4, what the plot and all of that will be, and where we're going in the future of On My Block. Will that be the last season? We'll discuss that tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe for that. But anyways, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? As I said, I do videos on Netflix stuff, movies, music, anime, all that good stuff, so make sure you subscribe. But let me know your thoughts below as well. Comment below what you think, from Chibo to Monse's mom, Lil Ricky, the 19th gang, Cuchillos, and Caesar and Spooky's dad. What do you think is going to be happening? Put your theories down below, and I'll probably talk about them as well in this new video coming out. And anyways, did you like it this season or not? Do you think it should have been longer? As I said, I thought 2 more episodes could have really put everything more into perspective. And I'm waiting for that Jamal spinoff if On My Block ends, because I could watch Jamal the whole time. He is just hilarious to me. So let me know your thoughts below though. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. I'll leave a link for that below. Follow my WordPress as well. On TikTok as well, I post little videos here and there on movie stuff as well. So I'll see all of you tomorrow if you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. And I'll see you next time. Stay positive, my friends.